to the women listening, we have every right to demand that the men in our lives do better by us. We have to use our voices to make these choices clear to the men that we love. Our lives are worth more than their anger and disappointment.
This should be all the proof that anybody needs that this whole voting political system is a joke. Not only is the system itself a joke, but the people that participate in it, meaning the voters, they're a joke too. Why is Michelle Obama being toted out anywhere as anything to anyone? Michelle Obama's not a politician. She wasn't president. She's just married to the person that was president. I don't understand. And the fact that people are interested in I won't say interested in anything she has to say, but the fact that people rely on her stuff that she has to say, that's insanity to me. That's like, Gordon Ramsay, his wife coming out and trying to teach people how to cook. She's not a chef. Just because she's married and sleeping with the person that we know to be the chef. It'd be like if Slash from Guns N' Roses, if his wife came out and without any guitar training decided she was going to lecture people on how they should play the guitar. Who are you, lady? Who are you? You're not a politician. It shows that this is all a performance being put on to fool the gullible, stupid folk. Why is anyone listening to anything Michelle Obama has to say? She's not a politician. This isn't a popularity contest. This isn't a school sports thing. We're not at a pep rally. This is real life. This is important. You're talking about selecting people that are going to dictate your life. You're not selecting the homecoming king and queen. You're selecting somebody that's supposed to dictate your life and how you raise your children, the type of health care you get, the way that our infrastructure works, the way that our money is spent. The way that we use our military. This is very important, and people are they're treating it as if this is like a pep rally or something, or we're like at the music awards. This is very important. Why is anyone listening to Michelle Obama? Why would the Democratic Party, if this wasn't a joke and a game and a performance for idiots, why would they say let's take the former president's spouse and have her tell anyone anything? Who is she? Last time I checked, Michelle Obama was just a wife and a mother. And that's not a bad thing, but that's not a politician. Two separate things. When Bruce Lee passed away, they didn't say Linda or whatever her name is, Bruce Lee's wife, why don't you come out here and take over his legacy and show people how to do the 1-inch punch? No, why would they do that? Bitch isn't a martial artist. It's insanity. It's like if Judge Judy passes away and they call her husband and say, you know what, why don't you take over her show? What? He's just her husband. It's insane that the Democratic Party would do that, and it should show people that this isn't important. This isn't real politics to them. They know that this is a minstrel show. This is a performance put on for fools, and so they can do whatever they want as long as I don't even know how to describe this. As long as it makes people feel good, and then it about the people participating, the voters, that is going along with this. Anybody with a brain who's at a rally and Michelle Obama comes out, they just say, whoa, who is this? What's going on? Why are we listening to her? She's not a politician. She was never a politician. She's not a politician now. The fact that people were even talking about her running as president, you know, it really does show. I mean, I keep saying this, but I get so many examples out there of why the world is in the position that it's in. The vast majority of people on this planet really are idiots and fools. And the criminals that commit crimes and use the crimes to get themselves in positions of power, they know that the masses are idiots and fools. And they take advantage of those idiots and fools. And the small percentage of smart people who are able to think, we just get dragged along because we're too small in number to do anything. And we're not criminals, so we can't fight back against the other criminals. So we're just stuck in this wave of a handful of corrupt animals, demonic criminals, just manipulating the world. And we're just stuck in this game because we can't join forces with the masses and fight back because the masses are all imbeciles and illogical, cocksucking fools. God damn, I get mad. Why would anyone consider, even think about Michelle Obama as president? It's Michelle Obama. I don't believe in the politicians, and I don't believe in them or think they're worthy of anything anyway. But if you do believe in that stuff, well then maybe if Maxine Waters decided to run, but Michelle Obama, who the fuck is she? Because she's sucking the right cock? That makes her, what does the semen from a politician make someone else eligible to be a candidate? Can someone explain the logic to me? I'm sick and tired of the stupidity. Anyone that's sitting around at these rallies or that's interested in politics and the spouse of a former politician comes out and decides to talk to people, lecture people, or talk about running, you should immediately sit there and say, what the fuck's going on? Who are you? Why are we listening to you? You're literally just another citizen. You don't have any political experience, political background. Why am I listening to you? Why would I consider you in any way? We haven't vetted you. You haven't talked about policies. You haven't talked about the things that you want to do, the things that you think we need, what you plan on doing. You just came out and started slapping your gums, and we're supposed to listen and pay attention when we're talking about something as important as the quote unquote leader of our country and the leader of us. I don't believe it. Let me start ranting. The last thing I want to say about this is people really need to understand this whole attacking black men routine. It's not an attack on black men. It isn't. What it is another gender divide and a way to stroke the egos of black women to try to at least get them to vote and hopefully get them to pull along any stragglers. That's really all this is. These parties know at this point, as much as they make fun of black men and all this stuff, black men aren't imbeciles. We're not stupid. We're not followers. We're leaders. We don't have the ability to lead the way that we want. But when we do get access to the ability, we do lead, because that's who we are. You put the right ones in the right positions, we will lead, and we will lead more often than not in a righteous and a justice way. As corny as that sounds, go back to people like Martin Luther King. You don't have any Martin Luther Kings in well, you may be, I'm not going to say that. That would be wrong to say. But you don't have any well-known Martin Luther King type individuals in almost any other community. And we have multiples. We have Fred Hamptons, we have Malcolm X's, we have all these different types of leaders who get out there and they fight for what we all know is right. Of course you have corrupt cocksucking animals within the black community. But when I'm talking about leaders. I'm not talking about people who are out there to financially benefit themselves or do things for their own gain. When we're talking about people that come out to lead, you get real, righteous, moral people in when it comes to black males. And white society, the people that are controlling all this, they know that. They know that all this information is out there. Black people, black men aren't going to vote for somebody like Kamala Harris because she is literally working to help murder children. There's no other way to put it. She's going to these churches and talking about her pastor and pretending to be religious all of a sudden. She is literally working to help murderers kill children. Literally. I don't know how else to put it anymore. She is literally working to help murderers kill babies. And she does it for her own financial gain. That is the worst thing that you could do as a human being. Kamala Harris is literally an animal and a criminal and an immoral, unethical piece of trash who got her start by having sex with older men to get into certain positions. Black men know too much of this stuff. Then we're not voting for her. You know, of course you're gonna have some of the pathetic ones voting for her, but as majority of us, we're not voting for that piece of trash. You don't vote to put a criminal and an immoral, unethical animal in a position of power over you. That's stupid. So they know we're not going to do that. So they're not really wasting their time with us. What they're really doing is going to women and saying, women, those black men, they're not good. They're bad. You black women, you're good and you're smart. And you are leaders and you make a lot of money. And you're important and special and pretty and beautiful. Magical even. You need to just do what we tell you and help us. It's not going to help you, but it'll help us. We won't be giving you anything tangible or relevant or real, but we'll make you feel good. We'll stroke your ego. We'll stroke you and we'll make you feel special and important for a few days. That's really all that this is. They're stroking the ego of black women and subliminally telling them that you are special, you are important, so give us the thing that we want because it's going to benefit us at your expense. And women they as usual, women fall for it, hook, line, and sinker. There's a song by that singer, Beyonce Knowles. I don't know the name of the song. It came out a long time ago, I think, where she says, "Who runs the world?" and it says girls. And that's the damn truth. That's the truth. Women, because they outnumber us, they basically run the world because they dictate how certain things operate. They are the ones that fund and will continue to fund all of the horrible things that happen in the world. They get together and they use their numbers to kind of sway certain things. So a lot of the bad things that happen, women talk about how men are bad. No. You women know about the bad things and you allow it to happen because it makes you feel good. It gives you access to certain things. It lets you live certain types of fantasies. It lets you live the type of life that you feel you want and need. So you will help push things. You will sit back and ignore things. You will allow things. And you will engage in certain things like using your numbers to put people like Kamala Harris in a position of power. Where she's going to continue to do what she's been helping Joe Biden to do all this time, and that is to help enrich wealthy people at our expense, funnel our money to wealthy people, and to help murder children, and to help destroy the black community, which is something that the president that she worked with, Joe Biden, spent most of his career doing. It's the thing that Kamala Harris spent a lot of time doing when she was district attorney. Kamala Harris has literally went out and endorsed the same group of people that said that black people are a problem and worked to help enrich those people. So you're going to work to put people like that in a position of power, and that's going to help continue the destruction of this country and this world. So when a lot of these bad things happen, don't talk about how men are bad. Think about that Beyonce Knowles song. Who runs the world? You do. You women run the world. And you're the reason why most of this stuff is happening. Because you won't change and you won't stop funding and financing and supporting the criminals that are destroying the planet. And last thing I'll say is, I keep rallying against Kamala Harris, and I don't want anyone to think that I think that Donald Trump should be the other pick. Donald Trump is an animal himself. He is a pervert. He is an ass clown and a loser and a failure. And when Donald Trump gets into this position of power, he may do things a little bit better than Kamala Harris, but that doesn't mean he's going to do what's right. Donald Trump also supports the people who are murdering babies. Donald Trump will do whatever he has to help enrich himself and his family. He is a dick-sucking ass clown, and I'm not saying vote for him either. I'm trying to tell people, stop paying attention to this political game. The only way that we get change is if we rally together and we all punish the people that are controlling all of this, that are running all of this. If we rally together and we take away the money that the wealthy men and women use to set all of these minstrel shows up, to bribe and pay all of these people who we call leaders, and to basically control and run our lives. If we don't get together and do that, then we're just wasting our time and spitting in the wind.
Is it Donald Trump, who has dreamed openly about his own version of a purge, where in his words, he has said for one day, one real rough, nasty day, he says, he will allow cops to use violence indiscriminately.